Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Justin Riley, and we have a great show for you today. We're going to be learning about some marriage and family therapy issues, plus a new place to buy a great burger here in town. And if you're the type who likes to jump and bounce, you'll want to stay tuned to the very end of this show because we've got the guest for you. But first, we're joined now by Todd Schmidt and Abby Wilson from the Village of Waunakee. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So you guys are going to be talking about Waunakee's Imagination Celebration. I'm wondering, Todd, if you can give us some background about the Imagination Celebration in Waunakee.
Sure. About 4 years ago, the village board and village staff looked at some options to expand our economy. And we thought, what can we uncover and discover about our own community? And what we knew is that there were little spots in the village, people or businesses that had such a unique creative flair. The thought is, what if we bring them all together in one place at one time? And that's the initial thought behind this first Imagination Celebration in 2012. We arranged a free event. We invited folks in. There were about 60, 70 exhibitors, creative people and businesses that came to the event to just basically show off and kind of reveal their creativity. And what blew our mind is that we had well over 1,000 people come and participate and enjoy the day. And it created synergy and opportunity for people to connect in ways they never had before and started to build a life of their own. We had another one in 2013, and this is going to be our third event on June 18th.
Very cool. Yep. So it's kind of a way for folks in Waunakee to get to know their own community in some ways.
Exactly.
Very cool.
Yep.
Very cool.
It's the aha, the wow moment. Wow, I didn't know that you did that right here in Waunakee.
Yes, that's excellent, and I like the word synergy. That's very cool. So what would someone expect to see when they come to this event?
Well, it's held at the high school, in the high school commons. If you arrive, and again, I want to mention it's free for folks to come, old folks, young folks, everybody's going to enjoy it. But when you arrive, you're going to see 60 plus exhibitors set up around the high school commons, showing off and revealing what makes them creative. You're going to have hands-on artwork that you can participate on. In fact, Abby's getting ready to prepare a canvas for a giant public work of art where people can come and add their own pieces to the art, and then just learn about all the different creative people in the community. There's going to be food to enjoy. There's going to be a Waunakee Community Band concert to top off the night at 7:30. And during the exhibit time between 3 and 7:30, there's going to be performers at a side stage doing musical acts and dance. It's hard to explain the variety of stuff that you're going to see, but if it's creative, it's going to be there.
Yeah, wide variety of stuff. So, Abby, I understand you've been an exhibitor for the past 2 years, and will be there again this year. What types of things have you experienced being a part of it?
Oh, absolute growth. This has gone from a plain old arts and crafts fair that we thought it was all going to be at first to an almost Waunakee Expo of all the people, all the performers, all the exhibitors that you're going to see there. Everyone from people, artists doing showing off their canvases and their crafts to performers and our own service clubs as well will be there. Anyone from our Rotary Club to the Relay for Life will be showcasing what their event was going to be as well.
Very cool, very cool. And I see that you've brought somebody, you've brought another guest with us here who's been very silent so far.
Right, right.
How does this fit in with the celebration? Who is this, first of all, and how does is it a he or a she?
It's a he. I nicknamed him Jim.
Jim, okay. No, how does Jim fit in with the celebration?
Endress Manufacturing is one of our major businesses in Waunakee, and they decided to take part in the Imagination Celebration. At the same time, they were having a 90th anniversary of being in business.
Can I turn?
Absolutely.
Show the other side here. Ooh, he's heavy.
He is
heavy.
Oh my goodness.
And Jim needs to lose some weight. And also in the year of the goat, they decided that this was a perfect time to bring out goats, kind of akin to cows on parade from 1999 in Chicago.
Yeah.
Those were such a popular hit that they said, let's bring out the goats in Waunakee. And so they asked for artists all over Waunakee to do some proposals, and they picked 10 goats, 10 artists, and they were able to showcase them onto Main Street, and they'll be on display until the end of July.
They'll go out on June 15th, the week of the Imagination Celebration.
Very cool, very cool. Well, we just have literally a couple of seconds left. Where can viewers go to find out more information about the Imagination Celebration?
Wanakee.com/celebration is a great place to go. Google Imagination Celebration and you'll find it.
There you go. Todd and Abby, thank you so much for joining us today.
Great, thank you.
Go online, find out more about the Village of Wanakee's Imagination Celebration. When we come back to Talk of the Town, we'll be talking with our good friend Kelly Kinderman from New Awakenings about marriage and family therapy. It's Talk of the Town. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. We are joined now by our very good friend Kelly Kinderman from New Awakenings. Kelly, welcome back to the program.
Thanks. Good morning.
And as I understand that you're going to be talking to us a little bit about this idea of launching your child. Talk to us a little bit about what are the launching years and when do they begin?
So the launching years are basically when you're preparing your child and yourself to leave home and go live their lives, right? So it changes. It's different for every family because, of course, every family and every child is different. But in general, it starts within the senior year of high school and then goes through the first couple years of college. But what's interesting and something for parents to keep in mind that launching is a lot more difficult now than it was even one generation ago. Turning 18 doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to leave the home and be financially independent. Kids are in fact going into adolescence a lot earlier and then taking a little bit longer to become living independent lives, I should say that. And so it makes our job a little bit harder than the years when they would either go off to college, go in the military, or get a job and move out.
Sure.
Those years are kind of gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, even, I noticed a difference even between myself and my brother, who's 8 years behind me. So
Right. Yeah, life
that change
different.
kind of, and even I moved back home for a little while, so it happens, it's okay. So what are some of the most difficult issues that parents face while launching their children?
I think one of the most common ones and the bigger challenges parents face is actually navigating an adult relationship with their child and seeing them as an adult and learning to adjust or change their mindset around the influence that they have on their lives. Because it can be really hard for parents for us to sit back and let our kids make choices that we might feel are mistakes, but that's our bridge to cross, and we have to kind of have faith in them that they're going to use the skills that they've learned and make the choices that they need to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And, we're talking about some things that seem kind of scary for parents and kids here.
Yeah.
But there are some positive consequences of launching your child. I wonder if you could talk to us a little bit about those.
They are positive, but they are scary, like you said. It's a difficult time for parents to face sometimes, to take the focus off their kids and put it back on themselves.
Yeah.
And I really get that. It can be really scary. But it is a time of renewal. It can be different for anybody. But you can invest more time in your intimate relationships, find new friendships, or maybe just reconnect with old friends, focus on your career or change your career goal by going back to school yourself, explore spirituality. Or, it could just be a time where you simply just kind of reconnect with who you are before you were mom or dad and get back to cooking or gardening or, riding a bike, anything that made you you before you became mom and dad,
And hopefully enjoy a period of time, maybe a couple years anyway, before the grandkids.
Right. That's usually the thought. I think most parents would agree with you there, yeah.
Right, yeah, absolutely. So what are the most common pitfalls or mistakes that parents might make when launching their child?
Well, I think two of my biggest ones, I would say, is assuming because your child is turning 18 that they should be ready to launch. Every kid develops differently, has different needs, and they might need additional support and guidance before they're ready to go. So 18 doesn't mean, okay, it's time to go. And then also, if you're not managing your anxiety well around the idea of them leaving home, I'm not suggesting that you don't talk about your feelings around it and let them know you're sad that they're leaving and that you have some worries. That's natural. But not making it their responsibility to hold that space for you.
Right.
And then I think more on a funny side, I would say maybe steer clear of the "I told you so" conversation or "when I was your age," because they don't they don't really connect with our upbringing, just as some days we shake our heads and like, what is going on here with them, right?
Right.
So, it's not always the most productive conversation.
Sure, right.
So,
Yeah.
if you choose to have that, good luck. But
let them make the mistakes and let them feel the natural consequences that follow.
Yeah,
absolutely. So this is obviously a pretty major transition, and we just have a couple of seconds left.
Yeah.
Can you talk to us really quickly about some things that parents can do to kind of help their kids through this transition?
I think just keeping the communication open and safe, normalizing their fears and talking about your own and making it an open conversation. The idea is that we've been preparing them for this and ourselves for quite a while, and they should be okay.
Kelly Kinderman from New Awakenings, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me again.
Don't go away. When we come back, we're going to talk about a great new place in town to buy a fabulous burger. It's Talk of the Town. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. My next guest is Jamie Pember, who's going to be representing Make Music Madison. Welcome, Jamie.
Thanks so much for having me.
And you're on the board for Make Music Madison. Tell us, what is Make Music Madison?
Make Music Madison is a day-long celebration of music and community and the summer solstice. It's an event that takes place on Sunday, June 21st. Which happens to be Father's Day this year. So there's music happening all over the city, literally every corner of the city. And so it's a great day to get out with your family and take in some live music.
And it's all free then? You don't have to pay to
That's
see
correct.
or hear any of it?
It's all outdoors.
Yeah.
And it's all free. And
rain or shine?
Rain or shine, yes, correct. Bring an umbrella if it's rain, but we're hoping for the best weather we can get.
Yeah, you have to hope for the best. How can people get involved in Make Music Madison?
Well, there's two really fun ways. Like I was just talking, of course musicians need an audience.
Right.
You can't have live music without a great audience. And so we're really hoping people can get outside and take in the music on Sunday, June 21st. But if there are any musicians out there that want to make music that day, we have these mass appeal events that people can sign up for. There's one called It's In Us, and it's an event that's going to be taking place on June 21st at one of the parks in town, James Madison Park.
Okay.
And there's going to be a world premiere of a piece written by Les Hoffman for this event.
Wow.
And so anybody, a musician of any ability, young, old, beginner, or advanced musician, can be part of this world premiere performance on June 21st at James Madison Park.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. So where can we go to find out about the lineup of acts, of who's going to be playing and where they're going to be playing?
Yeah, sure. The website has everything that you need. And makemusicmadison.org is the website. There's a really great interactive map on the website. You can zoom in on different parts of Madison and see all the different venues. And then if you put your cursor over the little marker, it'll show you the lineup for the day at each venue. So it's very interactive. It's very easy to read. There's also going to be a large section of the Isthmus the Thursday before with all of the acts, all of the venues. So also look to the Isthmus for information. And we're very 21st century. We're going to have an app that you can download onto your phone. And so the app, the website, and the Isthmus.
So if you want to find that app, you just go to the App Store and just type Make Music Madison.
And there's really good directions on makemusicmadison.org, and that's also where you can sign up for a bunch of different mass appeal events.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Can you tell us really quickly, what is the history behind Make Music Madison? I want to make sure I leave some time for you to play for us.
Oh, yeah,
today.
sure. Well, it's an event that started in Paris. Actually, there's a Make Music in Paris in 1982. And it's been growing ever since. And there's now 25 cities in the United States alone that have Make Music events happening on the solstice. So it's an unbelievable worldwide celebration of music and community.
Very cool, very cool. Well, why don't you get your slide oil up and play your clarinet for us? No, clarinet.
As you know, you are a
Right, right,
trombonist.
right. Jamie Kember from Make Music Madison, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks
What a
so much
treat.
for having me.
What a treat. And we will be right back with more Talk of the Town coming up right after this. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. My next guest is Jim Thorpe from Rock and Jump in Madison. Jim, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
So good to have you here. So I understand that this Rock and Jump is not even a thing. I mean, it's a thing, but it's not open yet. Can you talk to us about when you're opening and what are your hours?
Absolutely. We actually open this Friday at 11 a.m. and our hours will be Monday through Sunday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Wow, okay, so coming up here. So depending on when viewers are watching it, you might actually already be open.
Absolutely.
So if you're watching on Sunday night, it's open. Go check it out. What are, it's a trampoline park.
Correct.
I mean, how cool is that? What types of age ranges? I mean, is it just for kids? Can adults show up? Can I show up?
Absolutely. We have a wide variety of ranges, and we get that question a lot. And I tell people, as long as the child is able to walk pretty steady, they can come in and they can experience all the activities in the park. We have a special area designed for younger children, 6 years old and under, that they can go, and they're not jumping around within the big kids. But then we also do get a lot of adults. We're going to have adult dodgeball leagues. We have a 3-story rock climbing wall, so it is for all ages, including adults.
Very cool, very cool. So the whole family can go and enjoy themselves.
Absolutely.
It doesn't have to be mom and dad just sitting off to the side.
No, come in and get active. It's a great place.
Awesome, awesome. So can I go to your website to I guess, sign up for jumping time? Or climbing time?
Absolutely, and we actually encourage it. We anticipate there being a lot of people that are interested in coming. I've been taking the phone calls, but please definitely go to our website, which is msn.rockandjump.com. You have the ability to purchase your jump time right online there.
Very cool. Now, where did you guys start? Is there another location somewhere here in Wisconsin?
There's three. We'll be the fourth trampoline park in Wisconsin. My business partner started Helium, which is in New Berlin. That was the very first trampoline park in Wisconsin, and he looked to venture out and to go to other markets. He does have Extreme Air up in Appleton, and he wanted to come to Madison. Born and raised here, went to school here, went to college here. I raised my hand, and it's just worked out ever since.
So not all of the places are called Rock and Jump. They all have different names.
They all have different names. Rock and Jump is a franchise out of San Francisco, California.
Okay, got it. Very cool. So are you, obviously this sounds like a really cool place to have, kids' birthday parties or even adult birthday parties. So are there places, are you currently scheduling parties for?
Yes, I am. We are filling up very, very quickly. We do have availability, but it is a great place for a group of children to come in with their friends. We have a full cafe, so we can serve pizzas, we can serve food. We have a yogurt machine. I mean, it's a full service, but it's a great place that they can come in and have their birthday event.
My God, this place sounds huge.
It's over 31,000 square feet of just wall-to-wall fun.
Wow. Wow, how cool is that? So what kinds of corporate or group events do you guys offer?
We can do just about whatever. I mean, I'm working with local colleges in the area for the new freshmen coming in, kind of as an icebreaker. We're doing some fitness things with some hospitals in the area. So we have enough space where we can do a corporate group event if they're going to have any type of a party, or even if they just want to get their team together and just have a team outing, a team bonding. Everybody can come out and get a little aggression out on the dodgeball courts.
There you go.
But it is a perfect place to bring have a corporate event and for team bonding.
Awesome. And what about fundraising events? Do you do any of those for schools or churches?
Absolutely. We do a number of fundraising events. for churches, for sports teams, for schools, where proceeds do go back to the school that they can, take travel, do travels down to Florida for different competitions, to buy new equipment, or just, things for the churches or the schools to buy. But we can definitely work out some type of fundraising event for groups.
Very cool. We just have a few seconds left. I'm wondering, I'm having a hard time picturing how this whole place is laid out. Can you kind of walk us through, when we walk through the front doors, what are we going to see? How's it laid out?
First, you're going to walk in the door, and you're immediately going to be greeted at our reception area, where you will buy your jump time, we'll verify your waiver, and you'll purchase your jump socks. From there, we do have lockers that you can lock up your valuables, purses, iPhones, things of that nature. But then you have the run of the park. We have it, like I said, the first thing you're really going to see is a 3-story giant rock wall that looks like the side of a mountain. We have 10 lines and that you can climb up. It's great. And then from there, we have a jump bag, we have our basketball, our dodgeball, our main jumping area. So it's going to be overwhelming at first, but once you see it, it's very exciting, and it's a lot of fun.
Jim Thorpe from Rock and Jump here in Madison. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And that's all the time we have for Talk of the Town. We'll see you next time.